run on one in the middle.
Yeah, no, it looks stupid. I seen it from right there.
Joe, first question on the right.
Jalen, you sat up there yesterday.
Yeah.
We were talking to you about the history of and appreciating the moment. You said you couldn't go there unless you got the outcome that you wanted. So now that you got the outcome that you wanted, are you able to sort of process like where you are in this time in history?
Nope. No, not at all. I actually just had my first drink, so I'm like working on that. I think in a couple days I'll be able to like come back down to earth a little bit. But right now I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. God's been extremely good to me. So I've definitely felt that. Like coming off the court, just a lot of trials and tribulations just throughout my career, a lot of things that I don't speak on. He's been very good to me, so that was the one thing I reflected on so far. And then I had alcohol, so yeah, pushing through that.
On the right.
Myron Patton, OKC Sports Radio. You guys have had some big third quarters before, but Halliburton had hit that three right at the end of the first half. What was said at halftime, considering it was an NBA final?
Oh, Nembhard hit the three.
Was it Nembhard? Okay,
Yeah.
Nembhard hit the three, yeah. But, no, what was the conversation at halftime for you guys to come out and force 7 turnovers, 18 points off of that, and really take control of the game?
First, I want to say I hope Tyrese is okay. I haven't like looked at my phone or anything to like see what the thing is. Obviously, that changes the outcome of the game a little bit, or just changes like the dynamic of the game. So going into halftime, a lot of it was like not letting up because he's not playing, and then two, just don't panic. Like when you're that close to a goal, you got to understand like the other team is feeling the same way we are, and I think that gave us a lot of confidence to go out there and just play through like being nervous and. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Like, in halftime, like, obviously Halliburton not being there, like, just trying, like, keep doing the things that were, like, getting us there all season. So playing hard defensively, trying to get stops, taking it one possession at a time. And then just as the game started to wind down a little bit, it's easy to take your foot off the gas and not pay attention. So we did a good job of, like, course correcting the first half. And I thought our defense was actually pretty good the first half, too. So just trying to, like, maintain our energy throughout the whole game.
Jenny over here.
Jalen, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. Talk me through those last few moments on the court for you. You went down to the far end by yourself. What was sort of going through your mind? And then to walk off, you and Mark had a long hug, I assume, sort of. You spoke very passionately about his role for you yesterday. Just kind of talk me through that whole sequence for you.
It's a blur. Like I said earlier, I was just like very blessed to be in this situation. So a lot of that emotion definitely hit me a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I don't really speak on, like everybody in the room. So it's just a lot of the emotions from that kind of hit me to be able to like push through. And coming from not being known in college to three, 4 years later being an NBA champion and having like an impact on a championship team is
Fred.
God's gift for sure. So it's been really cool to get that. So that was like a rush of emotion. And then I looked up, I messed up and looked up, and my mom was crying in the stands, and then that made me start tearing up a little bit. So that too kind of was some of the rush of the emotion.
Fred over here, second row.
Jalen, you keep looking at that trophy in the middle of all your answers. When it was first handed to you, what is that moment of literally holding that trophy that you've heard about your whole life for the first time?
Well, it's heavy.
Heavier than expected?
Honestly, the other one I think is like actually heavier than this one, I think. So that was cool. It doesn't feel real. Like everything, like the last like minute and a half of the game didn't feel like I was there anymore. It kind of just felt like I left my body a little bit and like just watched myself like get it and do that whole thing. It still doesn't feel real. And I'm just kind of like starting to try and like think back to the beginning of the season, and it just feels like a complete blur up until this point. But just looking at it right now is like, it's very like weird. It's a little like humbling, I think. Just have a lot of emotions with it. It does not feel real at all.
Second row on the right.
Justin Martinez, the Oklahoman. Dub, you've always been someone who's prioritized team success. Before tonight, you're one of the few guys on the team who didn't have a championship of some sort at some level. Just sorry to throw that out there, but what does that mean to you now to have something like this after all the individual sacrifices to add to your trophy case?
It's a good first one. Yeah, like I said, it's just coming into the NBA, I really wanted to win. Oh, okay. What's up?
Isaiah Hartenstein from iHeartMedia. How does it feel to win your first championship?
Actually, you know what's crazy? He low-key asked me the same question.
Well, I'm asking you again. I didn't get on record.
Okay, well, I'll answer for both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, like being close a couple times in high school, and then in college we were never close. I thought that was pretty cool. My fault. Like I said, it's surreal. It's a blessing. It's great to be able to win it with idiots like Hart. It's cool. But yeah, it's just a lot of like sacrifices. Everybody makes sacrifices on the team, so mine aren't like super special, but it's just dope to be able to do it more so with like this group that I consider family. And just like I've been super fortunate to like be around them. And like the way we hit it off my first year as a group is just special, and to like maintain that through 3 years to win with them is something I couldn't have dreamed of, something I didn't think would happen when I first got into the NBA. So it's been really cool.
Thank you. Thanks, Jalen.
Oh, I got you. I always answer your last one. Definitely raised in like a God first household, so that was big for me. Kind of leaning into that. You got to trust a lot that goes into that. So I've leaned on that for sure. Me and my parents have a great relationship, so I'm super fortunate to have that. I know a lot of people don't have that, and I don't take it for granted. So I always cherish that. Me and my brother are about as close as it gets. My friends. I just have I'm very fortunate to have the support group that I have, and then I've talked about like me writing too. I think that's really helped too. Just being able to like write my thoughts and clear my mind has been big. So when you add all that together, I've been able to push through a lot.
Yeah. Thanks, Jalen. Isaiah will be right up.